You bet. You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
From the Dignity Health Studios of the Bakersfield Californian, it's time to open up with real people and real talk about real stuff. And now, a special welcome to our friends throughout California, across the nation, and around the world to this week's edition of Open Up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Open Up. I'm Tina Miller.
And I'm Marcy Horonis.
And just right off the top, we're going to tell you that our dear co-host, Dawn Clark, is surfing it up in Hawaii.
I know. We're super jealous.
Yes, and we're going to talk with him, so he should be on the line. Dawn, good morning.
Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Marcy. And yes, I'm looking out at the surf right where the whales come to play. And it's 7 o'clock here in the morning, so the sun is just coming up on the shore. And so it's a beautiful setting.
Wonderful. 7 a.m. in Hawaii. Thank you for getting up so early, Dawn. So what have you and your family been doing out there?
I'll tell you what's really neat about this place. You know, Mark Twain, I know so many of our viewers have been to Maui, the island of Maui, which is the #1 vacation destination, island destination in the world. And I know many of those who've come have come to Ka'anapali and to the beach resorts here. And my sister has a timeshare here, so I get the privilege of coming with her and spending time with her, and Betty's with me. And so it's just been great. You know, Mark Twain said about Maui that he came one time for 1 week, and he stayed for 5, and he said, I've never been any place that I've enjoyed so completely and left so regretfully.
Oh.
And it's just that kind of place. Well, what have we been doing? Just real quickly, I'll tell you that Maui, and particularly Lahaina, is the 4th largest source of selling fine art in the world. And I've been to all of the galleries and just seen the most stunning pieces of art, many of them by Russian artists. They seem to, once they've cast off their communist chains, they just seem to have exploded with creativity. And then the other thing that's really been special to me was I worked, you know, for 10 years in newspapers in Boston. And while in Boston, I attended famous Park Street Congregational Church there on Boston Common. And it was that church that sent missionaries here to the islands. And so I got to worship on Sunday in the same church that they founded, where the princess, the chiefess, they call her, led her people in following after Jesus. And so that was just a special treat to have worshipped all those years in Boston and then seeing the fruit of the labors of the missionaries here. So that's what we've been doing.
Wow.
And then today I'm going to Rotary at a big resort. So I don't want to miss Rotary today.
Dawn, that is so fabulous.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I wish I was one of those missionaries many, many years ago.
Oh, I know.
Have your mission work in Hawaii? That'd be awesome.
Yep.
What better place?
Well, their house is still standing, and all the things that they did here. The whalers didn't like them much because the whalers like to get off the ships and party, but and so the missionaries are kind of party poopers. But that's a piece of the history here.
Oh, Dawn. So what's on your agenda today? What do you?
Well, I get up every morning and I do these water exercises. There's a waterfall and pool literally right out our door, and that takes about an hour and a half. And then I think we've kind of done all the tourist things. We may just hang out. So that's what we're doing. So beautiful.
Well,
awesome.
Dawn, we will. You have any questions for Dawn?
No, but I just like to tell him that I'm internally jealous and that I wish we were all in this room. I wish we were all there with him. Other than that.
Yes. Well, Dawn, we look forward to you being back next week because there is an awesome show lined up for next week.
Very important show about one of the most terrible cases of injustice almost in the country, and we're gonna deal with that. A wonderful doctor who's just pioneered so many things and was the captain of the track team at Harvard, and everyone just praised him, and and he's being held here in California unjustly, and we're going to try to talk about that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Don, for that update. And thank you for checking in with us so early this morning.
You bet. You bet. All the best to you guys.
Thank you. Have a great day in the sun.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Woo!
Let's get
I feel like I've been to Hawaii. Okay. Thank you so much for our first guest today. I'm having a little trouble here with the ear. But Don Robson is our guest today. And Don is with the Seed Cure. And he's here to tell us all about the Seed Cure, what it is, what's going on. We've got some displays here on the desk. So, Don, welcome to Open Up.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. Nice to meet you, Tina and
Marcy.
Seed Cure is a natural live vitamin enzyme derived from natural products.
Okay.
I found it quite accidentally 4 years ago through a Korean watch repair gentleman, because my actual trade is a jeweler. And at that time, I was 250 pounds, very toxic as far as my system, run down, tired, and constantly looking for something in vitamins or medication to make me feel better. Quite by accident, I found this product. Actually, I took it quite reticently because it was very expensive, but the guy gave me my first box free. And, of course, you can't argue with free.
No, you can't.
And I started taking the product. Well, amazingly enough, in a matter of a few months, I noticed a lot of, I lost 25, 30 pounds in the first couple months. And my health issues were disappearing. Since then, that was over 4 years ago. Since then, I maintained good health. I feel better than I have all the time. I'm 63 years old, but I don't feel that old. Again,
Nor do you look that old.
but basically, this is just an additive in your normal diet, because our normal diet doesn't give us what we need. We processed all the food. We've taken all the live vitamins, enzymes out of it. The Korean scientists who figured this out found out by inspiration from the Lord, particularly through Genesis 1:26. It says, "I give you all the plants of the field that bear seed, and all the trees that bear fruit with seed to be your meat."
Okay, so this is vegetarian or vegan?
The base of it is all vegetable matter, yes.
Okay, so no animal product
There's
in
no
it.
animal product
Okay.
in it. Again, the design in the Garden of Eden, we were eating basically live vegan food.
Yes.
I mean, meat is still okay in our diet, but you have to have a balanced diet. And what this does is allows you to bring your diet back into balance while you're maintaining the habits you have of eating right now. Because we are addicted to the way we eat. The processed foods have chemicals in which are addicting. We're addicted to the sugars. And you can't really break those addictions easily just by willpower. You need help. And one of the ways that worked for me was by eating the seeds 1 minute before the meal, which gave me the nutrition I needed, helped process the food I needed, because essentially what happens is the processed food we're eating, our body cannot metabolize it. But it understands that if we get into hard times, we need to store these things, so it stores it as fat upon us. That's why most of Americans have excessive fat on us, because our diet has caused us to do that.
Right.
With the product, you start metabolizing that food and you throw it off. It is not a quick fix, because your illness or your disease or your weight didn't come on quickly. It came on slowly. So this is a product that reverses the aging, reverses the toxicity that we put into us by cleaning our intestines.
So over a period of 4 years, you've been taking these
I've
supplements?
been taking this 4 years come July 7th.
And the amount of weight, I don't want to say lost, but gotten rid of.
The initial loss and the maintenance of this, I was at almost 250 pounds. I'm at 190 right now. So I consider that
Excellent.
very healthy. I mean, I could be
Yes.
lighter, but then again,
So could we all. So we have these two boxes sitting in front of us. Can you explain what the difference is between the blue and the green, and then also what a person gets within each box?
okay, what the difference is, the green is basically for helping cleanse the intestine and start cleanness, because basically your health is governed by your blood. Your blood is created by the food you eat. So, and the exchange of nutrition happens in the intestines. As we've gone through and plugged up our intestines, shall we say, with the processed food. This helps you in the first 90 days to clean out your intestines. The reason why is your blood is regenerated every 120 days. So your blood supply, after you feed it nutritiously for 4 months, is new. Now you have your blood working for you. It's clean, it's fresh, and it's starting doing what it's supposed to do. Blood has 3 functions. It provides immunity, removes waste and toxins, and provides oxygen and nutrition. If your blood's not working for you correctly, then these things don't function correctly. So this is what the blue does, is the green helps you change your system, get it in balance. The blue can be taken with it. This was designed for weight management. It also gives you an energy boost at the same time. But again, these are all natural products. There's red peppers, mushrooms, all the different, there's 26 different ones, and you can see there's some of the items right here that are found
so we have some brown rice, red peppers, some kale,
yummy,
ginger,
yummy,
yams, black beans. Wow. That's what we love to eat anyways.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, the reason why the product works is the scientists who figured this out noticed that if you study a seed, the nutrition of the seed, the vitamins and enzymes, 69% of it is found in the embryonic bud. That's what makes the seed grow. That's the life force of the seed. The outside layer that protects the meat of the seed contains 26% of it. It turns out that 95% of the live vitamins and enzymes that we need to process the meat of the seed, we basically throw away. He figured out how to float this off in saffron oil, because if you try and float it off in water, you activate your vitamins. He floats it off in saffron oil and dehydrates it at room temperature, thereby preserving the life force of the vitamin and the enzyme found in the outside layers of the product. This is why it works.
Okay. So the oil, when you're taking this product, is there any oil that's...
No, this product actually comes out, and I don't know if we open a package, or it's actually small little BB size pellets in a packet of about 9 grams in a packet. You take that 1 minute before each meal. It's kind of like an octane booster for your gas tank. You're putting bad gas in, but you put an octane boost into it. Your engine performs better.
Okay.
This is the simile I can associate with this.
So is it a seed? Can you drink them in water, or do you actually chew them up and swallow them?
You actually just swallow them whole. It's best to take them with a little bit of warm water, because that helps activate them again. Because our body has an operating temperature, and the food processes at that temperature. So if you can start the activation there as well, it works best.
Neat.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Chris has your contact information. We're going to put that on the screen right now. If you'd like to contact Don Robson of The Seed Cure, there is his information on the screen. Don Robson, www.seedcure is... Is it The Seed Cure?
The Seed Cure.
Okay, my apologies. It should be theseedcure.ws. Nevertheless, if you want to contact him, you can contact our show, and we'll be happy to put you in touch with him. So wonderful. Don, thank you so very much for coming in to share just this introductory time about The Seed Cure.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Marcy, talking about health, and we'd like to invite anyone, if you have a success story in health or weight loss, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Get you on, come in and talk about it. Share it with the viewing audience so that someone can gain some knowledge from that and help them.
Inspiration.
And inspiration, absolutely. Speaking of that, we are drinking the best this morning.
We are.
This is a green machine. We'll tell you a little bit more about it when we come back from the break. Stay with us.
I'm a comparison shopper. I shopped around. I did look on the internet, and in shopping around, it was the best price.
We decided to switch over to Personal Express because we saved so much.
We got a pretty good discount with when we put our house and our cars together.
Switching over saved me $300 a month.
And I have had insurance companies call me, and when I tell them what I'm paying for the insurance, they tell me we cannot beat that.
Low rates with the local advantage. That's Personal Express.
Looking for a career change? Interested in law enforcement? Well, let Westech prepare you. Westech offers training in corrections and detentions, basic post classes, baton and firearms, weaponless defense, chemical agents, and security guard training.
Fall out!
Every day we're going home! Westech can also prepare safety and security assessments for your company. Let Westech solve your law enforcement training needs. Contact Westech today at 661-387-1055.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield, California. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7, the Nook? You bet! You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
Kern Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical, energy, real estate, and more. Visit KernBusinessJournal.com to find out how to subscribe or where to pick up a free copy. To inquire about advertising in the bi-monthly Business Journal, call 395-7586. Find us online on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on KernBusinessJournal.com.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
I was so enjoying this green machine. And Marcy, talk to us. Yes, of course. Thank you, Chris. Marcy, where did we get this from, and
we got this from our trusty supporters from Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar on 1918 G Street. And actually, exciting news, which I'm sure you've mentioned before, that Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar is actually moving to a new location, which is at the old Henley's, right across the street from the Fox Theater. So that should be happening within the next couple of weeks. They're expanding. They're putting a drive-through in. So in the event that you're around town and you're the fast food junkie, like a lot of Americans are, like some of us just have to go into fast food. We just don't have that much time on our hands. Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar is actually going to be helping all of us out to be able to get healthy snacks, healthy juices on the run.
Yes, and I so love Chuck and Wendy Noss.
They are.
Edgar is the best.
Shout out to Edgar.
Edgar and Alex and Dulcie.
And Allie's always there helping out.
Oh, and we can't forget little Maddie, who comes over once in a while. Anyway, they are the best. They're one of our sponsors, forever sponsors, so we thank them so very much. Marcy, let's get into talking to our sponsor for this show today. His name is Rocky Stein. And, Rocky is all the way here from down south.
Where are you from?
Southern California. We're in the Torrance area, which is a suburb of Los Angeles to the southern end.
So, Rocky, welcome to Open Up.
Oh, thanks. I'm excited to be here.
You're here to open up. Now, Rocky is a financial expense insurance agent. And he is going to be talking with us today from his business, which is Lincoln Heritage and Funeral Advantage, correct?
That's right. It's actually final expense.
Final expense. That's correct. Final. That it's a little typo. Then that's my
little typo.
That's my thank you. But anyway, we'll have his information on the screen in just a moment, and you will hear from him a little bit later because he is also doing our good words for the new week.
Absolutely.
Right. So Rocky, talk to us about final expense insurance agent.
Well, it's kind of funny because I come from a long line of insurance people.
Okay.
And when I saw an opportunity to come alongside people who might not have means or resources to pay for their final expenses for their loved ones, it seemed like a great opportunity. Our company has been in business for 50 years. We're the largest final expense company in the country, and we're the only fully assisted final expense or funeral planning company in the country. Nobody else can do what we do. We offer an insurance policy that's a permanent policy. A lot of our competitors, like AARP or Globe Life Insurance, they offer a term policy. And the way to think about that is a term policy is temporary. It will end. And a lot of people think that they have a maturity date on their term policy and then those funds will be available to them, but they actually cancel and it's no longer available to them. So what we offer is a plan that will fund their final expenses so there's no end to it, and the rate will never go up and the benefit will never go down for as long as they have the policy. And that's really the advantage over a term policy. Term policy is temporary, and usually it ends when someone is 70 or 80 years of age. In our case, it's there for as long as the need is there. So as long as the policy is in force, which is permanent, it's going to be available to them. The other part of our plan is we own a nonprofit organization called the Funeral Consumers Guardian Society. The Guardian Society exists. They've been in business for 100 years. All they do is plan funerals. And they have the network and the leverage to negotiate price with all the funeral homes down to the lowest dollar.
That's nice.
In a lot of cases, we're able to negotiate $2,500 to $5,000 reduction on the cost of funerals. An example of their leverage is the most expensive piece of a funeral is the casket, if it's a traditional burial. And the most popular casket out there is
a Cadillac or something?
The Baskerville. It's an 18 gauge metal light blue casket, and it's got the hands clasped on the casket, and it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
The funeral homes sell that between $3,200 and $5,000. The Guardian Society can get that for $1,800. So we're able to save our policyholders and their families a lot of money because of that leverage and that reach. So a lot of times what happens is when a loved one passes away, they're issued identification cards, and the family members will give those cards to their loved ones. The loved ones in the time of need, they'll take that card out and dial the number, and the Guardian Society goes into action, and things happen very quickly from there. Within 24 to 48 hours, the funeral home is paid, and the rest of the proceeds that aren't used will go back to the family. They don't go anywhere else. So what we like to say is every dollar that we save the insured on their funeral goes back to the family. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Excellent, excellent.
What a lot of people don't realize is the funeral home as an industry is unregulated. In fact, they can charge anything they want, and a lot of times when you go in with your policy, they can't do anything unless they're either paid in full or you assign an insurance policy to them. And if you assign an insurance policy to them, you've just waived all of your rights under that policy, and they will gross up the cost of a lot of the things that they do, and what you're left with is a policy that's going 100% to the funeral home. With the Guardian Society, they're your advocate, and they're going to be your family's voice to the funeral home. So when the negotiation takes place, you don't have that conflict and anxiety that may exist within the family. What you have is a sound voice, a voice that's not affected by emotion, and they're able to negotiate the best possible price and save the family money, save the family worry, and know that your wishes are being paid for.
What a blessing, because I mean, in the time of loss, the last thing you want to do would be negotiating and getting better prices and worrying about finances and can we afford that, can we not afford that? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, you want to be spending time with your family.
In that time of need, when there's conflict and disagreement between the family, the only person that benefits from that is the funeral home.
Mm.
They take advantage of that, and they leverage it to their best business advantage.
So tell us, Rocky, why you're from Southern California. Why are you here in the Bakersfield area?
Well, the Bakersfield market is important to us, and we're really getting a voice out there because our primary market are the baby boomers that are coming of age. Every day, 10,000 baby boomers are coming of age where they're going to be facing these kinds of decisions. In fact, there might be a lot of homes who have received our mailer. This might look familiar to you. We've been advertising on television and direct mail for at least the last 20 years as a company. So we've been around for quite a while. And if you live in this community, you probably have seen our mailer. But the Bakersfield market is very important to us, and we're being very aggressive in just trying to get the word out to the people of this community to see how we can help families. At Lincoln Heritage, we believe that the three most important things we can do as a company for this market is to teach about planning in advance, preparing a financial plan in advance, and helping families through advanced planning today, not tomorrow. We find that it's much easier for someone to afford a small monthly payment every month today than it is for them to pass along the financial burden of coming up with a large sum of cash at the time of need. We offer a cash policy that will pay within 48 hours to the family. The funeral home gets taken care of, and the policyholders or the loved ones' final wishes are adhered to, because when we issue our policy, we issue a funeral planning guide that goes through all the details that they want in advance. So, for instance, if you have...
And Rocky, we've got about a minute left.
Oh, sure,
so
sure.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, if you have specific wishes that you want, you put them down on this plan, it goes into the computer at the Guardian Society. They know exactly what you want, and there's no uncertainty as to what the plans are and what the desires of the loved one are.
Okay. So if this has spawned any interest with our viewers, we'd like to put up Rocky's information on the screen right now. That way we can definitely get a hold of Rocky at any time. And you are the specific contact for Bakersfield. So if anyone calls this 714 number, they will be able to get a hold of...
They'll go right to me.
Awesome.
And we have a team out here that can respond to the need.
Okay,
Great.
And that's Lincoln Heritage Funeral Advantage. The website is www.lhlic.com, and the telephone number is 714-423-7446 for Rocky Stein. Rocky, thank you.
No, thank you for having me. It was great.
Well, we'll be seeing you in just a few minutes.
Yes,
good words.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us. Chris, we'll do the other sponsors on the next break, okay? Thank you. So thank you for staying with us. We'll see you in just a moment.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield, California. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores. Kern Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical, energy, real estate, and more. Visit KernBusinessJournal.com to find out how to subscribe or where to pick up a free copy. To inquire about advertising in the bi-monthly Business Journal, call 395-7586. Find us online on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on KernBusinessJournal.com.
Save 50 to 90% with the Bakersfield Californians Daily Deal featured on Bakersfield.com. A daily deal is offered each weekday on services from local restaurants, dry cleaners, health and beauty services, retail shops, and local activities for the entire family. The daily deal is 100% local. Find these amazing deals only at dailydeal.bakersfield.com.
Hi, Corey Costello here, host of Roadrunner Rundown, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. right here on Bakersfield.com. It's the official program of CESUB Athletics. We bring you inside the program with interviews with coaches and student athletes. Of course, everybody's favorite Corey Versus. I mean, people like to see me in embarrassing athletic situations. And, of course, we'll have all the highlights from around the Roadrunners as well. So join us for Roadrunner Rundown, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. right here on Bakersfield.com.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7? The Nook? You bet! You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm laughing. We have a special guest here, and that's why I was laughing when we came back.
not like special, special, but like
special.
Right?
You'll hear in just a moment. We are, well, first of all, Chris, can I talk about our segment sponsor, please? Okay, this segment of our show is brought to you in part by Kern Construction and Electric Incorporated. Telephone number 661-322-5554. The owner and operator is Robert Miller. He specializes in remodeling of homes and businesses, and he's been in business for more than 30 years, so you feel free to contact him and know that you'll be getting excellent work.
Yes.
And again, that's Robert Miller at Kern Construction and Electric, 661-322-5554. And our other sponsor for this segment is Bakersfit.com. Bill Robison, dynamic young man. We had him on the show, and also Mike. I'm not going to try and pronounce Mike's last name, but they're down at the corner of Union and right off the 178 ramp. You see the big gorilla on top of the building. That's the place to get Baker's Fit. So thank you.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome our guest.
Welcome.
And welcome to Open Up.
Thank you.
We
This is Mr. Lamar.
Yes, Brennan Lamar.
Teen Challenge.
Teen Challenge. We love Teen Challenge.
I love Teen Challenge too.
Oh.
Great organization. It was actually back in 1958. David Wilkerson, he was just a country preacher in Pennsylvania in a really small town. And he was reading through Life magazine, and he saw that these 7 boys were on trial for murder, just teenagers. And they had attacked a young boy in Manhattan, and it was some kind of gang rivalry. And he just felt like, I need to do something about this. But he was a nobody. He was 26 years old. He was just, at that time, didn't have a name or any notoriety. And so he made this trek to New York, and he thought, well, if I'm going to speak to these kids and I'm going to encourage them and hopefully tell them about the Lord, I need to get into that trial room. But what he didn't know was the judge had been receiving a lot of death threats. And so he goes into the trial, and it's getting ready to end, and he goes up to the front to the judge to ask him, can I talk to these boys? And they thought he was trying to kill the judge, and so they had seized him. And they told him, you can never come back in this courtroom again. But it didn't end there. And he actually ended up speaking with the boys and was able to talk to them and led them to the Lord. But it kind of sparked this vision in him.
And this was 1958?
This is 1958.
Wow.
And he was actually on the cover of Life magazine and Time magazine. And it was just a Bible-thumping preacher. And he had this Bible because there was a ton of media coverage for these boys in this trial. And so it kind of just, it birthed this vision in him to see young people receive help. And it turned into what was the very first Teen Challenge Center in New York.
In New York.
Where they were reaching teens who were struggling with gangs. And, you know, with the gang life comes drug addiction, alcohol addiction. And then back in, I believe it was 1969, we started here in Kern County, our very first Teen Challenge Center. So we've been here for a long time, and we've been operating here.
So there's Teen Challenge all over the world. You have a chapter or...
Absolutely. Teen Challenge is a global organization with over 200 centers here in the United States, but in across the world, we have 550 centers outside of the United States. And they do different things. A lot of it is focused around the drug epidemic, but also in Africa with AIDS and helping people who have AIDS and different orphanages. And so we've really stretched out, and our reach is large ever since that one man ran into that courtroom. And so, but we've been operating here in Kern County for over 46 years.
Wow.
And I've only been working at Teen Challenge for 3 years, but it's such a privilege and an honor to see what we're doing.
Yes. And your mom was involved with the Ladies Guild at Teen Challenge.
Yeah, it's a volunteer group, and my family's always been involved. So when I graduated from college, and I came back into Bakersfield, I never thought I'd be working at Teen Challenge, but I got a call from the director, and he said, "Hey, I'd love to have you work with us." And so, you know, I went in, and I haven't looked back. So
and what do you do there?
I actually work as the assistant to the director. And so doing all kinds of things, and we put on different events that we'll talk about later on in the segment, and really working in various capacities just to oversee, because we are a nonprofit and we don't receive any government funding, which is very unique in that we also offer our program to our students for free, so they don't pay a dime. But our program is interesting. You know, we help people 18 and above who are struggling with substance abuse or addiction. And we usually get people, men and women, who are just, who are at the bottom of the barrel. And I mean, they're beat up, they've been torn up, and they have nowhere else to go. And so they come to us because we're free, and they've burnt bridges with their families. They've tried other programs, and they don't work. And our program is a 1-year residential program. And it really is a Christian life school.
And you have a men's and a women's facility.
We do. Right
locations.
Here in Kern County, we have in Bakersfield a women's center that houses over 45 women, and a men's center in Shafter where we have 81 men right now. And so tonight, over 125 students are going to go to bed, but they have hope again. And every Tuesday, we have induction interviews, and I see people come in, and they're so broken. And you can look at someone, and you just know when they've reached the end.
What a dynamic young man.
But that's such a great personality to have with working with people who are broken and who don't really have much hope. I mean, to be able to be an example for them and a life force for them. I mean, what a calling. What does your everyday schedule look like working with these individuals?
Well, we have actual staff members that their main focus is to mentor and work with the students, and I work more on the administrative side, overseeing what's happening and kind of helping guide everything as a whole. You know, nothing's free in life, right? And so because we're funded through people in the community and different supporters and not through the government, a lot of what we do is based off of fundraising and helping provide continue to provide a free program. It costs about $15,000 per student to house them for the year, to feed them, to get their textbooks, to teach them. They come to us, and a lot of times what a drug addiction will do to them is it'll rob them from their education, their emotional well-being. If they started using drugs at 14, they really have the emotional and mental maturity of a 14-year-old. So a lot of what we do is we try to restore that back to them. We teach them how to read. Literally, we help them get their GED. We help them get their feet back up. But more importantly, we help them find the Lord. And He's the one who really changes everything. But their day-to-day routine, their schedule, they wake up, they eat breakfast. For a lot of them, they've spent years not doing that. And then they go to chapel, they go to class, they fellowship, they go out into the community, and they do different things. So,
Chris, do we have the pictures of some of the pictures, like the baptism and some other things? Yes. Brennan, what are we looking at right here?
That right there is a young girl who just recently got baptized. And when we look at people like this, a lot of times what we don't see is their past. We see who they are now and kind of the joy that they have now. But it's not uncommon that we have men and women who have come from horrendous circumstances, prostitution and gang violence, and they've seen a lot of things. And so for them to make that full turnaround and just receive their joy back, receive their emotional health back is amazing. It's a great program to be a part of.
Okay, Chris, okay, what are we looking at here, Brendan?
That's another student right there. And I love this student. She came into the program and she was so hard. Just the lifestyle she lived. She was homeless for a season, but she came in and you see the transformation. It doesn't take but a week or two of them just hearing from the Lord, being loved, being poured into, and then they turn into a new creation and they become a new creation. And their whole life changes, their whole attitude changes, and their whole mentality changes. It's excellent.
Thank you. Okay, and then this.
This was at our last year's barbecue.
Oh, okay, which we're going to be seeing the other pictures. Chris, we'll see the other ones after, in his second segment. But that picture we were just looking at was last year's barbecue?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is your fundraiser?
Yeah, it's one of our fundraisers. We do huge barbecue every year. All of our students
Chris,
are part of it.
Chris, put it back up, please, for a quick moment. Yes.
That's a portion of our student body right there. And we have a choir and they all sing songs and we have a great program, but we do the barbecue every year. It's out at our men's ranch in Shafter. And so you can see the facility, you can see the students. We usually have over 1,000 people there. It's a great event. And anyone who's looking to get involved or learn more about Teen Challenge, it's a great opportunity for them to hear about what we do.
And they serve a delicious meal.
Yeah, we have top sirloin from Harris Ranch. And this year we have a special guest speaker, Bubba from The Heat of the Night.
Yes, Alan Autry.
What a lot of people don't know about him is he was a mayor and an NFL football player. I heard him speak a while ago. He's a great dynamic speaker, has a great story, and he loves Teen Challenge.
And he has the movie out. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a Western called, I think, The Story of Jake Kincaid.
Something like that.
Which I really enjoyed. And
it sounds old for me, though.
Oh, I'll let you borrow it, okay?
Okay. Is it VHS?
No. Listen, it
probably is.
I love this guy.
You'll have to go to one of those antique stores to get like a
I know. What are those? What do you do with those?
Okay. All right. We got to go to break. When we come back, we'll hear from our Good Words man, and we'll hear more from Brennan Lamar from Teen Challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Court reporting is an enjoyable career that pays well. Enrolling in the court reporting program at Taft College West Tech will help you learn everything you need to know about making a verbatim record. Apply your training as a deposition reporter, official court reporter, or cart provider. Become a certified shorthand reporter and earn a starting salary of $50,000 or more per year. Call 387-1055 for more information. Court reporting, the career you've been looking for.
Kern Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical, energy, real estate, and more. Visit KernBusinessJournal.com to find out how to subscribe or where to pick up a free copy. To inquire about advertising in the bi-monthly Business Journal, call 395-7586. Find us online on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on KernBusinessJournal.com.
The new book is out. That was easy. I would title this thing sort of a description of what raising children is like. You know, that was easy. I've been writing columns now for about 25 years. Writing has always been a conversation. You're taking somebody by the hand for 3 or 4 minutes and you're not letting go. The new book, That Was Easy. Nothing easy about any of this, but we've had some fun and I hope you guys will have some fun looking at this book.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7, the Nook? You bet! You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
Save 50 to 90% with the Bakersfield Californian's daily deal featured on Bakersfield.com. A daily deal is offered each weekday on services from local restaurants, dry cleaners, health and beauty services, retail shops, and local activities for the entire family. The daily deal is 100% local. Find these amazing deals only at dailydeal.bakersfield.com.
Sounds good. Welcome back to Open Up with Tina and Marcy. We're so glad that you were able to join us again, because now is my favorite portion of the show, which is Good Words for the Week. I always learn something on Good Words for the Week.
I didn't know this is your favorite time.
Yes, it is. Well, technically my favorite time is spending time with you. However, I guess so my second favorite part of the show is always Good Words for the Week.
I love this girl.
So anyway, so take it away.
Rocky Stein is our Good Words for the New Week, man. What do you have for us, Rocky?
Well, today I want to talk about what we usually see at Lincoln Heritage when it comes to the final decision after a loved one has passed away. Frequently, a loved one is sitting in the hospital and it's cold, and the nurse comes up to them, taps her on the shoulder, and says, "Tammy, I'm sorry, but your mother has just passed away. We need you to make arrangements for the body because we have to prepare the room. All our condolences go to you and your family, but we will need to prepare the room for our next patient." What's Tammy going to do? Is she going to Google funeral homes? Is she going to go to the Yellow Pages if she can find one and just call anybody randomly? Or is she going to take the card for final expense that you gave her when you set up our plan, make one phone call, and have the Guardian Society contact the funeral homes, negotiate the price? The family will not have to deal with the stress, anxiety, and uncertainty of how they're going to pay for your final wishes. All of your wishes will be pre-planned, pre-funded, and prepared for. The family can celebrate your life as you would intend for them to do and honor you in the best possible way. The Guardian Society eliminates fear, anxiety, worry for the family by being their voice to the funeral homes and negotiating the best possible price that's available in the marketplace. The Guardian Society is the voice, and we can do this because of them. We have the ability to negotiate for you, to talk to the funeral homes, honor all of your loved one's wishes. This is an easy choice, and it's a powerful weapon against an unregulated industry. Last week, we wrote a policy for a gentleman in Bakersfield, and he told us when he buried his father, they charged him $25,000 for the casket. With the Guardian Society on your behalf, that casket could have been purchased for $1,800. There is so much power and leverage returns to your family members, allowing the proceeds from your insurance policy to return to them as you would have intended it to. It's a powerful, powerful tool. And we're grateful that we can have you prepare your written instructions down to the last detail. You can empower your family to honor your life exactly the way you intended them to do it. There's no conflict between them because there's only one person that wins when the family isn't sure what you wanted and they don't know how the resources are going to come in. The only way that can be done for sure is by having a written plan in place with all of your wishes spelled out to the last detail. We've had some policyholders that have even gone down to the type of makeup they'll be wearing, the clothes they'll be wearing, the music that will be played, whether there will be balloons, white doves might be released, is there going to be a horse-drawn carriage? They've really been able to do it exactly the way they wanted. But at the end of the day, when that moment comes, are they going to have one phone call to make in that time? What the Guardian Society hears the most from the people they work with is that when they were involved with prior funerals for loved ones, they were in such a state of mind that they had no way to make a good decision. They were overcome with grief. They would have agreed to anything. So what I can encourage you to do today is to consider how this voice of advocacy can work for you.
So much.
Thank you. So what I'm hearing is preparation, being prepared. Isn't that something, Marcy?
Yes,
well,
thank you.
Thank you very much, Rocky. And back to our exciting Brennan Lamar of Teen Challenge.
I love those adjectives, by the way. Keep them rolling.
I know, right? So today we're actually going to be talking about, right now, the barbecue fundraiser, which I'm looking at the fundraiser right now, and it sounds like a hoot of a time.
Ooh.
I am looking at this, join us for special music, stories of transformation, then you have the keynote speaker. I mean, tell us a little bit about what you expect to happen at this fundraiser this year.
A lot of people that come out and they have a great time. I think the fellowship is important. It's a good time to bring people out. You can get a table of 10 for $175, and so get a great meal, come out, enjoy some time in the sun with your family, hear from some stories of transformation from the students that we talked about earlier, get a sense of what Teen Challenge is doing in the community. A lot of people support it. We've been around for a long time. We're not going anywhere. And I think everyone's always looking for a place to give, to support, to volunteer, and we're a great organization, a worthy organization of people's time. Just a great event, though. We've been doing it for so long. We've really nailed it right on the head.
And it looks like we have some photos up here on the screen.
Yeah.
From last year's. Is that last year's barbecue?
Yeah, that's last year's barbecue. And it's going to be cooler this year.
Which I'm sure will be nice. Wow, there is a lot of people there. So it looks like just like a fun, casual event that you could bring your entire family to.
Totally casual.
But so organized.
Yeah, very organized. I mean,
Very
we feed everybody over 1,000 people in like 7 minutes. So.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So so you have this fundraiser, you, with the God's blessing, you make a lot of money off of the fundraiser. What are your plans in the future, this next year, to do with, what's the plans for this next year for Teen Challenge?
Well, the barbecue, we make money and we have faithful supporters, but really we want to expose people to Teen Challenge. I think everybody's been affected by drug abuse or alcohol abuse in some way, shape, or another. They have a family member or even a friend that they know of. And so more importantly, we just want to get the word out. We want people to know that there's a free service in the community for their loved ones. And I think that's always our focus. A lot of people, they don't know where to go when something happens or when they have a loved one who needs help. But our focus is to continue to reach out to the community. We have a learning center on site in Bakersfield at the Women's Center, and we have 40 elementary school kids that come Monday through Wednesday every week after school. And we're trying to do our best preemptively to help kids not enter into gangs, not get into violence, not turn to drugs, to be mentors in their life. So really we want to continue the work that we're doing. And we can't do that without the support from people like you guys and people in the community. So
Yes. So tell us a little bit about Bubba. Who's
Bubba
the keynote speaker?
Is the keynote speaker. Great guy.
Mhm.
And he loves Teen Challenge. And we actually met him because we just recently opened a Teen Challenge Center in Fresno.
Okay.
And he's from Fresno. And we met him there. And he spoke at one of our events. Totally down to earth. Like I said earlier, has an excellent story. And it'd just be a great opportunity to hear from someone who's, well known in the community.
Bubba, Alan Autry, in such movies, that long-running TV series, In the Heat of the Night.
Yes.
And some of you may not have heard of that, but...
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
oh,
believe it
okay.
or not.
Yes, and I mentioned the movie that he made,
Yes.
Jake Kincaid, I think The Legend of Jake Kincaid or something, and we love that. But a lot of other things... Brennan, tell us anything else in these last few minutes that we have, probably about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, actually. Anything else you want us to know and you want the viewing audience to know about Teen Challenge?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter
and
where.
this barbecue.
Yeah,
or
I think it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you're here in Kern County. If you are anywhere in the United States, you can go online, teenchallengeusa.com. You you can find a center near you if you have someone that's needing help. But if you're here in Kern County and you have a loved one and you want some more information, you could give us a call at 399-CARE. That's 399-2273. You can also call that number if you want to learn more about Teen Challenge and you'd like to come out to our barbecue. You can get tickets over the phone.
And the barbecue date is
June 6th, the first Friday in June.
Friday, June 6th.
Yeah.
And it looks like the tour and refreshment starts around 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
And then dinner's at 7.
Yeah.
And dinner will be served by 7:07.
Yeah.
7:11 or something.
Yeah, we run a tight schedule.
Tight schedule. So do not be late.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We would love for you guys to, come out, regardless if you're late or early.
It's a lot of fun. Like he said, the fellowship, being with others that, family members and others that are supporting Teen Challenge. I know we're there every year. We've got 1 minute. So anything else about the barbecue or Teen Challenge?
Check us out at the barbecue.
Okay.
And also, again, if you're here in Kern County, every Tuesday at 1 p.m. at our Women's Center on 301 East Roberts Lane, men and women come. No appointment necessary if they're interested in coming into the program.
Okay.
And so that's a resource for the community. And we want to get that out there so people will know.
Yes. Chris,
Can
put
you give
on
us
the
address one more time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
put his address back up one more time.
301 East Roberts Lane.
Oh, not the address, but the website, Teen Challenge?
Yeah, teenchallengeusa.com. You can find a center near you.
Okay.
Great.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so
Here
much
it
for
is.
all your work in the community.
Yes, thank you, Brennan. And that's Teen Challenge, teenchallengeusa.com. Phone number here in Bakersfield, 399-2273. Thank you so very much. Marcy and I are so glad you joined us today.
Yes,
and thanks
thank
to
you.
Don for calling in. We'll see you next week.